everybody, and welcome back to more of the Trooper series, where we are continuing to talk to all of my companions.
Sir, we've had a breakthrough. The ambassador has been spotted. He's staying in a suite at the Star Cluster Casino on Nar Shaddaa. If I move quickly, I can take him before he's relocated.
Sounds like a plan, 4X.
For the Republic! Sir, I am pleased to report that the mission was a complete success. Though the ambassador had 15 armed guards in his casino suite, I managed to storm through them all, grab the lying fool, and leap out through the window.
Sounds like you really took them by surprise.
Very much so, sir. The enemy never had a chance. Having timed my assault perfectly, the ambassador and I landed on a passing Ugnaught salvage scow after a mere 130-meter fall. Once I had made my apologies to the proprietors of the scow, I turned my prisoner over to the SIS, and the toll of liberty rang out across the galaxy.
Excellent work, 4X.
Now that the ambassador's influence won't be spewing across the galaxy, I suspect we'll see a marked improvement in Republic morale. The only problem now will be selecting an even more impressive target.
They made his character so interesting, and the best part is that whole like sequence there where he goes and fights that guy. It shows that he's a true action hero.
I've been reviewing morale surveys and after-action combat effectiveness reports, and I have good news. For the period following the neutralization of the ambassador, statistics are up throughout the Republic's armed forces.
It's good to hear the plan is working.
I am concerned that we might see diminishing returns from future missions, unless our targets become even more impressive, though. Havoc Squad's new quarry will have to be someone truly savage, a merciless threat to all that's good and decent in the galaxy.
No matter how bad they are, there's no way they're a match for you.
My thoughts exactly. We'll have this war won in no time, sir.
How much you want to bet that this next conversation he's gonna have somebody already found?
Sir, I'm wondering if you'd be kind enough to share what you know about Force users. I've only been programmed with a basic knowledge of Jedi and Sith capabilities. What do you think about them?
Jedi and Sith are capable of some pretty amazing things.
That's what my records indicate. I only ask because it is a commonly held belief that so-called ordinary soldiers are no match for Force users in combat. Clearly that belief is false, but it persists. I suggest that I target a notable Sith Lord and neutralize him, publicly.
Sith are deadly, 4X. Let's not take them lightly.
Of course, sir. I'll let you know as soon as I find a suitable target.
Okay, maybe he didn't find somebody already, but he has somebody in mind, I'm sure. And now I bet he's gonna have somebody already found.
Sir, I've discovered the perfect target for our next operation. Lord Kavos. Kavos is a marauding Sith Lord, responsible for countless deaths. Exactly the type of dangerous scum we're uniquely qualified to eliminate.
He sounds like an excellent choice.
Lord Kavos single-handedly destroyed a Republic outpost on Brental 4, massacring its personnel. He fought and killed 2 Jedi Knights simultaneously. According to intelligence reports, this butcher is becoming a hero to the Empire's ravening masses. Neutralizing him will help our cause greatly.
What did you say about him killing 2 Jedi Knights?
Aisho and Nil, 2 renowned Jedi with years of combat experience. Lord Kavos cut them down without suffering a single injury. I can't tell you how much I'm looking forward to facing this threat head-on, sir. I'm going to begin my search right away.
To give you a little bit of context there, the reason she's so worried about the Sith that he's going up against is simply because she's kind of been trained in all of that nonsense, the Sith and the Jedi's powers and all that. I mean, if you think about it, she may not know who her grandfather is, but she definitely knows that she is the granddaughter of a very powerful Force user, which is how she's able to extend the use of the Force within her, with Force choke and Force sweep and stuff like that with the legacy abilities. Now they may not be as powerful as her grandfather, but she knows that there's a Force user in her family. And then she's been warned by her father also of Force users and kind of how to deal with them as well.
You're early. Haven't even had time to order us up a round. Not that I need a drink to enjoy your company.
The Deadeyes. Valker, what do you know?
He's right. We didn't come for small talk.
Fair enough. I dug up what info I could, but frankly, there isn't much to report. Far as I can tell, the Deadeyes tried to off some Imperial big shot. Things went south, and they got themselves captured.
We both know the SAS has more intel than that.
There's more at stake here than you know. We're on the verge of an incident. The Imperials are out for blood, so the Republic is distancing itself from the operation. I shouldn't even be talking to you about all this. Those boys are on their own.
These are Republic soldiers, sir. Good men. All of them.
If the Republic won't do anything, then Havoc Squad will.
Look, I know this stinks, but my hands are tied on this one. I've got major players breathing down my neck. Otherwise, I'd tell you to investigate that prison the Imperials set up in Shadowtown.
The Imperials have a facility besides the normal Shadowtown areas?
Keep it down. This isn't your usual cantina gossip. Now, rumor has it, and I'm just talking here, that the Imperials built themselves a makeshift prison not too far from here. That's where they dump any local riffraff that get out of line. Could be they took the Deadeyes there.
It's a start. We'll look into it.
The less I know, the better. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an alibi to work on. Remember, this meeting never happened.
So you may be thinking to yourself like, oh wow, that was sudden. I don't remember any part of the story that had to deal with that conversation. And that's because I got that quest maybe 6 to 10 episodes ago, like quite a while ago. I got it from Jorgen. He basically gave me a quest saying that his old squad, the Deadeyes, have been captured and stuff, and I have to go find them. And the first person I had to talk to about it was Jonas, and that was back, you know, like I said, I got that quest way back when, and basically the quest told me to come here to Nar Shaddaa, find Jonas, talk to him, and then find the Deadeyes. So that's kind of the quest that I got long ago, just to give you context of what was going on there, because Jorgen kind of wants to find some of his old friends, his old allies, which is okay. I don't even have them out for this quest because I don't use them. I might throw them in here and there later on in the story, but like I've got HK and then I've got 2 other companions that I'm going to be getting, so probably won't be using him a whole lot. I used him to begin with, so I mean you got to see him then, and you'll get to see all his story and all that stuff. So I'm not too concerned about using him or not, but for the most part, this is when he actually starts to become kind of a well-rounded character. I think that's the best way to put it. Because at the beginning of the story, you hate Jorgen. You're like, you're such a jerk to me. Like, yes, I don't understand you. You're quit being a douchebag and just, you know, just loosen up a bit. You know, that's kind of what you want to say to Jorgen. And in fact, I think that's pretty much what I said back when I first got him as well. But once you start getting into this Deadeye story, his story opens up a bit, and he becomes, like I said, more rounded character, which I like. And you have to, as you go throughout this story, you find you know, more information about the Deadeyes. But this is going to be the last time in quite a few episodes that you see the Deadeye content, because he gives me another quest that I can't do until like my late 30s, so we'll pick back up on that later. And that's actually kind of a theme with the first companion you usually get. So like, you know, on the Smuggler, it's Corso. On the Jedi Knight, it is T7, but actually it's more or less with the Jedi Knight, because I mean T7 kind of goes off and does its own thing. So more or less with the Jedi Knight, it's with Kira, and then the Bounty Hunter is with Mako, and the Warrior is with Vet, and stuff like that. So you have all these quests that you end up doing for your first companion, and they send you off and do stuff like that. So that's, Eric's for me is the Deadeye ones. But like I said, it makes him a much cooler character. I like him a lot more after I do him. And I'm really hoping that when they add more chapters to the game that they do that same kind of quest system that these, first companions have. Because for the most part, every other companion that you get, they just say, like, hey, I gotta go kill this guy, I'll be back. Like, kind of like what 4X did, and he just disappears and he comes back and you start talking to him. But I'd rather be there with him on that mission. So hopefully they do that with companions in the future. We'll see.
No sign of them here. Balker must have sent us on a wild... Wait. I may have something. It's an outgoing holo message. Recent.
This is Captain Titch, confirming the details for outgoing prisoner transfer 993B. We've got 3 Gomorian trespassers, a couple of spice peddlers, and our catch of the day, the legendary Deadeyes.
At least we know they're alive.
Or they were at the time of this transmission.
As per protocol, we've split the Deadeyes up and transferred them to off-world labor camps. I've encrypted the coordinates for their designated camps into this transmission. Those scum can spend their remaining years working off their debt.
Message ends there. Guess the imps don't make things quick for their POWs. Lucky us.
Make a copy of those coordinates.
On it. The encryption here is good. Too good. I can't crack it. Looks like we may need Balker's services again.
Okay, back to Jonas we go, and holy crap, I'm so glad that they still haven't fixed that bug with the helmet showing up, because Jorgen's helmet just cracks me up every time. When I saw that again, when I did that for the first time, I probably cried of laughter.
Off the hollow with a very angry Imperial diplomat. Apparently, some Republic troopers broke into the Imperial Detention Center.
Hey, I just went to Hari's for a drink. I got a new waitress there. Real looker.
Don't get cute with me, Balker. You know something.
Is this a bad time?
On the contrary. Now I know exactly where to stick my foot. Senior Agent Zane, SIS. That little stunt you pulled ruined any chance we had of negotiating the Deadeye's safe return.
Check your facts, Zane. The Imperials already shipped them off-world.
It's Senior Agent Zane, thank you. And storming an Imperial facility, guns blazing, it makes things worse. Your involvement ends now. Clear?
Our involvement ends when the Deadeyes are free.
Then you can tell your CO to expect a little love note from me. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got an Imperial ambassador to mollify. I trust you'll see yourselves off my planet.
What were you thinking coming back here? I told you I couldn't be connected to any of this.
We found some encrypted coordinates in the prison central computer. We think they'll tell us where the Deadeyes are.
Any chance you can decrypt those coordinates for us?
Not with Zane watching me. Look, a friend in Signal Intelligence owes me a favor. I'll put you in contact with him. He may be able to make something of those coordinates. It's the best I can do.
Thanks for your help on this one.
Sure thing.
I'll connect with Balker's contact once we get back to the ship. I'll report if I hear anything.
Whoops, may have gotten Jonas in trouble. Oh well, I think I pretty much told that officer guy that pretty much how I felt about that. And it's funny because you end up putting him in his place after you're done talking to Jorgen, and then the general, which is how he gets put in his place.
Got a problem, sir. Weapons malfunction. I had a couple of misfires during that prison run. I think the barrel might be out of whack. Not surprising given all the action we've seen. With your permission, I'd like to inspect the rest of the squad's ordnance, make sure everything's up to code.
Way to think ahead, Jorgen.
That's what I do. When you're sniping enemies from 800 meters, any imperfection in the blaster can ruin your shot.
You hit targets from that far? Well, you're good.
Part of the job, sir.
And we'll finish up his Deadeye story, of course, in the next episode.